Right now, it's easy to feel like the same old stories are hitting a wall. You pour your heart out for causes that matter, but the world barely blinks. The noise is deafening, and every time you try to cut through, you hit invisible barriers. It's like screaming into an empty room, watching your passion evaporate into thin air. Fundraising shouldn't feel like a battle you can't win, but here you are, frustrated, ignored, watching budgets shrink and empathy wane. Seen the stats? Because awareness barely scratches the surface because the tools we use are stuck in a world that moves too fast, yet barely changes. People scroll, swipe, forget, and that's not because they don't care. The problem is, we're shouting through fog when we should be stepping into the light. Here's the raw truth. Traditional ways of fundraising and awareness are dying. Static posts, cold emails, generic videos, they're not just outdated. They're a waste of energy, time, and hope. They can't keep up with the attention economy where every second counts and hearts are won or lost in milliseconds. Deep down, you know this. You watch your efforts fizzle out, hear the excuses, feel the sting of indifference. The system is designed to flatten causes into data points, not stories that sear into souls. And that's why so many founders and leaders burn out, feel misunderstood, isolated. You are not failing because your cause isn't worthy. You're failing because the way you're telling your story isn't designed to break through. But imagine this instead. What if you could drop people, literally, inside the story? Not telling them about the struggle, but letting them live it. Imagine a world where the pain, the urgency, the human emotion behind every cause doesn't have to travel through words or pictures, but is felt, seen, and experienced here and now. This is not a fantasy. This is coming. And it's called virtual reality. VR is not just tech. It's a revolution waiting in the wings. It's the key to shattering the walls of indifference and building empathy that's impossible to ignore. What VR does is brutal. It strips away distance, filters, excuses. When someone puts on a VR headset, they're not scrolling past a post. They're walking in the shoes of the people whose lives depend on your mission. They see the fire, they hear the cries, they feel the cold, they breathe the reality. This is your battlefield and your breakthrough. But hear this carefully. VR isn't magic by itself. If you think just offering a virtual tour will move mountains, you're dead wrong. You must engineer every second, every frame, every breath in that virtual space to attack the emotions, to hook the heart like a lifeline. So here's the brutal step-by-step that you must take if you want this revolution to fuel your fundraising like never before. First, abandon the old scripts. Forget speeches filled with numbers and facts. People don't give to statistics. They give to stories they feel in their guts. VR gives you a chance to craft living, breathing stories that trap attention and trap hearts. Make every scene visceral, unfiltered, raw. Let them not just witness, but live the desperation, hope, and change. The missing piece? Use sensory triggers, sounds, light, even discomfort, that mirror the reality your cause tackles. This breaks through the numbness everyone feels after hundreds of pictures and posts. Second, activate interactivity. Passive viewing is dead. Immersion is power only when it's earned. Give your viewers a role inside your story. Choices, challenges, moments where their actions decide outcomes. This builds ownership and responsibility. Donors become warriors, not spectators. Don't just tell the story, make them part of it. Third, use VR as a bridge, not the end. After the experience, lock in a seamless real-world call to action. Donate, share, partner, advocate, but don't bombard them. Instead, plant seeds by opening their eyes to the larger mission. Guide their newly awakened empathy into tangible pathways. Fourth, build a network experience. Connect the few who wear headsets now into a community that talks, plans, moves together. VR can't just be a solo experience. It can be the ground zero of your movement's ignition. Finally, invest in accessibility. VR often feels elite or distant. Change that. Deploy mobile VR options, pop-up experiences in offices, events, anywhere the decision-makers, investors, and partners already gather. Remove every barrier between your virtual world and their reality. This is how you stop fighting a losing battle where people only hear a fraction of your cause's scream. This is how you make empathy addictive, overwhelming, unforgettable. The problem you face is not lack of good cause or noble hearts. It's the broken channel and diluted signal. Your mission, your vision, your fire must leap through to people with a force that melts skepticism and competition. And VR is that weapon if wielded with fierce precision and humanity. This isn't about flashy technology or gimmicks. It's about lighting up the authentic human connection that every market, investor, and leader craves deep down but can't find in old tactics. If you wield this power right, the virtual world becomes the new frontier of fundraising, where every contribution becomes personal, every donor feels seen, and every cause advances not by chance, but by the gravity of real shared experience. You think this is just for a few? Wrong. It's for every founder who's tired of shouting into silence. It's for every investor who wants to back something that moves souls, not just spreadsheets. It's for leaders who believe in the future not as an idea, but as an experience. The world is shifting under your feet. You can either cling to old tools or grab this chance by the throat and reshape what it means to connect, inspire, and lead. Don't fall for the illusion that raising awareness is about broad reach alone. Awareness is dead without engagement, without feeling, without presence. VR stabs through the skin of apathy and makes people care like they've never cared before. And make no mistake, every second you delay, another dollar, another mind, another heart is slipping away. You want to change the world? You want to raise funds that build futures? Then stop playing safe and start creating experiences that don't just ask for help, they demand it. Because nobody who lives that story can walk away unmoved. Take this moment, this tool, this vision, and build the cause awareness revolution. Step past the noise, past the fear, past the endless sameness. Use virtual reality to bridge the gap between what people see and what people feel. Ignite a fire so wild it consumes silence and births unstoppable momentum. No more drifting in the void of unread emails or skipped posts. Harness this power to unite founders and investors, leaders and partners in a collective rising that the system didn't plan for but can't ignore. The future doesn't wait. The revolution of cause awareness is here, pixel by pixel, soul by soul, and it is yours to unleash.